Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to today's reading from Sri Caitanya Charitamrit, Adi Lila, chapter 17, verse 153. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripa tamam vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. प्रभु कहे गो दुग्ध खाओ गाभी तोमार माता वृष्ण अन्न उपजाए दाते तेनो पिता. Prabhu kahe, the Lord said, go dugdh khao, you drink cow's milk, gabhi, the cow, tomar, your, mata, mother, vrisha, the bull, anna, grains, upajya, produces, date, therefore, tenho, he, pita, your father. The Lord said, you drink cow's milk, therefore the cow is your mother, and the bull produces grains for your maintenance, therefore he is your father. Verse 154, Pita mata mari khao eba kon dharma, kam bale kara tumi e mata vikarma. Pita mata, father and mother, mari, killing, khao, you eat, eba, this, kon, what kind of, dharma, religion, kon bale, on what strength, kara, do, tumi, you, emata, such, vikarma, sinful activities. Since the bull and cow are your father and mother, how can you kill and eat them? What kind of religious principle is this? On what strength are you so daring that you commit such sinful activities? Purport. Everyone can understand that we drink the milk of cows and take the help of bulls in producing agricultural products. Therefore, since our real father gives us food grains and our mother gives us milk with which to live, the cow and bull are considered our father and mother. According to Vedic civilization, there are 7 mothers, of which cow is one. Therefore, Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu challenged the Muslim Qazi, what kind of religious principle do you follow by killing your father and mother to eat them? In any civilized human society, no one would dare kill his father and mother for the purpose of eating them. Therefore, Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu challenged the system of Muslim religion and patricide and matricide. In the Christian religion also, a principal commandment is thou shalt not kill. Nevertheless, Christians violate this rule. They are very expert in killing and in opening slaughterhouses. In our Krishna consciousness movement, our first provision is that no one should be allowed to eat any kind of flesh. It does not matter whether it's cow's flesh or goat's flesh, but we especially stress the prohibition against cow's flesh because according to Shastra, the cow is our mother. Thus the Muslims' cow killing was challenged by Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Verse 155, Kachi kahe tomar yaiche Veda Purana, taiche amar Shastra ketav Quran. Kaji kahe, the Qazi replied, Tomar, your, Yaiche, as much as, Veda Puran, the Vedas and Purans, Taiche, similarly, Amar, our Shastra scripture, Kitab, the holy book, Quran, the Quran. The Qazi replied, as you have your scriptures called the Vedas and Purans, we have our scriptures known as the Holy Quran. Purport. Chand Qazi agreed to talk with Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu on the strength of the scriptures according to the Vedic scripture. If one can support his position by quoting from the Vedas, his argument is perfect. Similarly, when the Muslims support their position with quotations from the Quran, their arguments are also authorized. When Lord Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu raised the question of the Muslims' cow killing and bull killing, Chand Qazi came to the standard of understanding from his scriptures. Verse 156, Say Shastra kahe pravritti nivritti marg bheda nivritti marge jiva matra vadhira nishedha. Say Shastra in the scripture, it is the Quran. In this verse, kahe, it is ordered, pravritti of attachment, nivritti of detachment, marga ways, bheda difference, nivritti of detachment, marge on the path, jiva matra of any living entity, Vadhira of killing, Nishedha prohibition. According to the Quran, there are two ways of advancement: through increasing the propensity to enjoy and through decreasing the propensity to enjoy. On the path of decreasing detachment, Nivritti mark, the killing of animals is prohibited. Verse 157, Pravritti marge govadha karite vidhi haya shastra ajna vadha kaile nahi papa bhaya. Pravritti marge, on the path of detachment, govadha, the killing of cows, karite, to execute, vidhi, regulative principles, haya, there are, shastra ajnai, on the order of the scripture, vadha, killing, kaile, of if one commits, nahi, there is no, papa bhaya, fear of sinful activities. On the path of material activities, there is regulation for killing cows. If such killing is done under the guidance of scripture, there is no sin. Purport: the word Shastra is derived from the dhatu or verbal root shas. Shas dhatu pertains to controlling or ruling. A government's ruling through force or weapon is called Shastra. Shastra. Thus, whenever there is ruling either by weapons or by injunctions, the Shas dhatu is the basic principle. Between Shastra, ruling through weapons, and Shastra, ruling through the injunctions of the scriptures, the better is Shastra. Our Vedic scriptures are not ordinary law books of human common sense. They are the statements of factually liberated persons unaffected by the imperfectness of the senses. Shastra must be correct way always, not sometimes correct and sometimes incorrect. In the Vedic scriptures, the cow is described as the mother. Therefore, she is a mother for all time. It is not, as some rascals say, that in the Vedic age she was a mother, but she is not in this age. If Shastra is an authority, the cow is a mother always. She was a mother in the Vedic age, and she is a mother in this age also. If one acts according to the injunctions of Shastra, he is freed from the reactions of sinful activity. For example, the propensities for eating flesh, drinking wine, and enjoying sex are all natural to the conditioned soul. The path of such enjoyment is called Pravritti Marg. The Shastra says, Pravrittir Esha Bhutanam Nivrittish Tu Mahāphala. One should not be carried away by the propensities of defective conditioned life. One should be guided by the principles of the Shastras. A child's propensity is to play all day long, but it is the injunction of the Shastras that the parents should take care to educate him. The Shastras are there just to guide the activities of human society, but because people do not refer to the instructions of Shastra, Shastra must be correct always, not sometimes correct and sometimes incorrect. In the Vedic scriptures, the cow is described as a mother. Therefore, she is a mother for all time. It is not, as some rascals say, that in the Vedic age she was a mother, but she is not in this age. If Shastra is an authority, the cow is a mother always. She was a mother in the Vedic age, and she is a mother in this age also. If one acts according to the injunctions of Shastra, he is freed from the reactions of sinful activity. For example, the propensities of eating flesh, drinking wine, and enjoying sex are all natural to the conditioned soul. The path of such enjoyment is called Pravritti Marg. The Shastra says, Pravrittir Esha Bhutanam Nivrittis Tu Mahāphala. One should not be carried away by the propensities of defective conditioned life. One should be guided by the principles of the Shastras. A child's propensity is to play all day long, but it is the injunction of the Shastras that the parents should take care of to educate him. The Shastras are there just to guide the activities of human society, but because people do not refer to the instructions of Shastras, which are free from defects and imperfections, they are therefore misguided by so-called educated teachers and leaders who are full of deficiencies of conditioned life. Verse 158, Tumhare vedete achhe go vadhera vani, ataiv go vadh kare bada bada muni. Tumhar vedete, in your Vedic literatures, achhe, there is, go vadhera, for cow killing, vani, injunction, ataiv, therefore, go vadha, cow killing, kare, does, bada bada, very very great, muni, sages. As a learned scholar, the Qazi challenged Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, in your Vedic scriptures there is an injunction for killing cow. On the strength of this injunction, great sages performed sacrifices involving cow killing. Verse 159, Prabhu kahe Vede kahe govadha nishedha, atev Hindu matra na kare govadha. Prabhu kahe, the Lord replied, Vede in the Vedas, kahe is enjoined, govadha cow killing, nishedha prohibition, atev therefore Hindu is Hindu, matra any, na does not, kare execute, govadha cow killing. Refuting the Qazi's statement, the Lord immediately replied, the Vedas clearly enjoin that cows should not be killed, therefore every Hindu, whoever he may be, avoids indulging in cow killing. Purport: in the Vedic scriptures there are concessions for meat eaters. It is said that if one wants to eat meat, he should kill a goat before the goddess Kali and eat its meat. Meat eaters are not allowed to purchase meat or flesh from the market or slaughterhouse. There are no sanctions for maintaining regular slaughterhouses to satisfy the tongue of meat eaters. As far as cow killing is concerned, it is completely forbidden. Since the cow is considered a mother, how could the Vedas allow cow killing? Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu pointed out that Qazi's statement was faulty. In the Bhagavad Gita 18.44, there is a clear injunction that cows should be protected. Krishi Gorakshya Vanijyam Vaishya Karma Swabhav Jam. The duty of Vaishyas is to produce agricultural produce, trade and give protection to cows. Therefore, it is a false statement that the Vedic scriptures contain injunctions permitting cow killing. Verse 160, Jiyaite pare yadi tabe mare prani veda purane ache hena achna vani. Jiyaite, to rejuvenate, pare, one is able, yadi, if, tabe, then, mare, can kill, prani, living being, Veda Purane, in the Vedas and Purans, ache, there are, hena, such, achnavani, or orders and injunctions. In the Vedas and Purans, there are injunctions declaring that if one can revive a living being, one can kill it for experimental purposes. Verse 161, Atev Jarad Gava Mare Muni Gana Veda Mantre Siddha Kare Tahara Jivana. Atev, therefore, Jarad Gavak, old cows, Mare, killed, Muni Gana, sages, Veda Mantre, by the power of Vedic hymns, Siddha, rejuvenated, Kare, makes, Tahar, his, Jivana, life. Therefore, the great sages sometimes killed old cows, and by chanting Vedic hymns, they brought them back to life for perfection. Verse 162, Jarad Gava Hana Yuva Haya Ar Vara Tate Tar Vadha Nahe Haya Upkara. Jarad Gav, old invalid cows, Hana becoming Yuva, young, Haya become Ara, Vara again, Tate in that action, Tara his Vadha, Vadha killing, Nahe is not Haya, there is Upkara benefit. The killing and rejuvenation of such old and invalid cows was not truly killing but an act of great benefit. Verse 163, Kali Kale Taiche Shakti Nahika Brahmane Ataev Govadha Keha Na Kare Ekhane. Kali Kale, in the age of Kali, Taiche, such Shakti, power, Nahika, there is none, Brahmane, in the Brahmanas, Ataev, therefore, Govadha, killing of cows, Keha, anyone, Na, does not, Kare, execute, Ekhane, at the present. Formerly, there were powerful Brahmanas who could make such experiments using Vedic hymns, but now, because of the Kali Yuga, Brahmanas are not so powerful, therefore the killing of cows and bulls for rejuvenation is forbidden. Verse 164, Ashwamedham Gavalambham Sanyasam Phala Paitrikam Dvarena Suto Patim Kalau Pancha Vivarjayet. Ashwamedham, a sacrifice offering a horse. Gava Alambam, the sacrifice of cows. Sanyasam, the renounced order of life. Pala Patrikam, an offering of oblations of flesh to the forefathers. Devarena, by a husband's brother. Sutta Utpatitam, begetting children. Kalau, in the age of Kali. Pancha, 5. Vivarjayet, one must give up. In this age of Kali, 5 acts are forbidden: the offering of a horse in sacrifice, the offering of a cow in sacrifice, the acceptance of order of sannyas, the offering of oblations of flesh to the forefathers, and a man's begetting children in his brother's wife. This is a quotation from Brahma Vaivarta Puran, Krishna Janmakhanda 185.180. Verse 165. Tomar jiyate nara vadha matra sar narka ha ite tomar nahika nistar. Tomar, you Muslims, jayate, bring to life, nar, cannot, vadamatra, killing only, sar, the essence, naraka, haite, from hell, tomar, you, nahike, there is not, nistar, deliverance. Since you Muslims cannot bring killed cows back to life, you are responsible for killing them, therefore you are going to hell, there is no way for your deliverance. Verse 166. Go ange yata loma tata sahasra vatsara go vadhi rorav madhe pache nirantara. Go ange, on the body of the cow, yata, as many, loma, hairs, tata, so many, sahasra, 1,000, vatsara, years, go vadhi, the killer of cow, rorav madhe, in the hellish condition of life, pace, passe, decomposes, nirantar, always. Cow killers are condemned to rot in hellish life for as many thousands of years as there are hairs on the body of a cow. Verse 167. Toma sabar shastra karta seha bharant haila na jani shastrera marma aiche ajna dila. Tomar sabar, of all of you shastra karta, compilers of scriptures, seha, they also, brant, mistaken, haila, became, na jani, without knowing, shastrera marma, the essence of scriptures, aiche, such, ajna, order, dila, gave. Translation: there are many mistakes and illusions in your scriptures. Their compilers, not knowing the essence of knowledge, gave orders that they were against reason and argument. Verse 168. Shuni stabdha haila kaji nahi sfurevani vicharya kahe kaji prabhav mani. Shuni, by hearing, stabdha, stunned, haila, became, kaji, the kazi, nahi, does not, svure, utter, vani, words, vicharya, after due consideration, kahe, said, kaji, the kazi, prabhav, defeat, mani, accepting. After hearing these statements by Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu, the Qazi, his argument stunned, could not put forward any more words. Thus, after due consideration, the Qazi accepted defeat and spoke as follows. This is the purport now. In our practical preaching work, we meet many Christians who talk about statements of the Bible. When we question whether God is limited or unlimited, Christian priests say that the God is unlimited, but when we question why the unlimited God should have only one son and not unlimited sons, they are unable to answer. Similarly, from a scientific point of view, the answers of the Old Testament, New Testament, and Quran to many questions have changed. But a Shastra cannot change at a person's whim. All Shastras must be free from the 4 defects of human nature. The statements of Shastras must be correct for all time. So we will continue our reading from verse 169 next time. Thank you for joining. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna.